Hello again, this is Doc Rotten from Gruesome Magazine and Horror News Radio. Joining me tonight is the one and only Vanessa with another great review. Vanessa, how you doing?
Hi there, Doc. I'm doing good.
Excellent. So you have the horror classic, Never Leave Alive. I say
Never Leave Alive.
I say that because it's an action flick. But here we go. Let's do this. This is from director Stephen LaMorte and stars John Hennigan, Michelle Taylor, Eric Eterbari. I think I did that right.
Eterbari. I think that's what it is.
Even better. Tell me a little bit about Never Leave Alive.
Never Leave Alive. It's a really good action. It's weird that I'm watching an action film because it's normally all this fun horror stuff I get to do, but good action film. It's got a really good, it's got good bones, got a good plot. It's about the fight for your life, hunting the greatest game, which is man. So it's a pretty interesting premise that it starts off on.
Right, because the original title was The Most Dangerous Game, which would be back to the classic from the 30s, which is somewhat horror-ish based on the type of hunt that it is. We've had a lot of different kinds of films use that story idea as a launching pad. How does this one, Never Leave Alive, how does it differ?
It stays pretty tried and true. Never Leave Alive it tries to build up a lot of suspense, but then it tries to juxtapose that against some levity and some humor. And the levity and humor kills all the suspense that would have been built up about this. It's a duo that ends up being hunted. At no point do you really feel like they fear for their lives. There's no sense of urgency about being hunted.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, the star is John Hennigan, and he is known as a wrestler. Does that help him in this role?
It does. He has the perfect action hero look. He's like a modern-day Lorenzo Lamas. He looks great. When I was reading up about him, he's actually in this Netflix series Glow. He's their first trainer when they get started. So he has appearances in different things. Apparently now he is a luchador. He's into Mexican wrestling, and his name is Johnny Mundo, Johnny World.
So you kind of given the idea that you like it. It has some bones, you said. That's interesting. Is that your view? Is this a film that horror fans or fans of Gruesome Magazine would get into?
Horror fans, maybe not so much. Horror action fans, definitely. I really like that they put it, the Eterbari is Russian, so you get this kind of Russian KGB guy that's hunting this, he's not super innocent American guy, but he's still guy kind of down on his luck emotionally, and you kind of want him to succeed, but at the same time, you almost want the Russian hunter to succeed. So they do pretty well in making you try to pick which side you want to be on for the movie.
Excellent. As horror fans like their gore, is there any gore in here that would attract them, or at least some great action set pieces?
There's some great action scenes. Not too much gore. They didn't, even with the murders and whatever else takes place, I won't say too much, you don't see too much gore, so I wouldn't be looking for that.
All right. Well, what is your score, 1 to 5, and your favorite scene for Never Leave Alive?
Never Leave Alive. I would give Never Leave Alive a 3. I'd put it right in the middle there. Favorite scene is definitely one of the last scenes where the Eterbari, the KGB colonel, and Hennigan have their death match, let's say, and it's a knife fight. So that's my favorite scene.
All right. Well, thank you for another great review. Let's say goodnight.
Good night.
Be sure to visit GruesomeMagazine.com to listen to the other Gruesome podcasts, Hard News Radio, and Decades of Horror. Also, check out the Gruesome Magazine Quarterly, available in digital and print-on-demand format. Gruesome Magazine.
Magazine.